Prince Harry's carefully constructed public persona is showing signs of distress. The situation isn't just about royal tensions, it's escalating into a complex storm that touches upon control, charity efforts, and growing controversies. What's particularly shocking is the emerging narrative connecting this turmoil to Meghan Markle's influence, which is said to be increasingly divisive. The Sentebale charity, co-founded by Prince Harry and his friend Prince Sizo of Lesotho in 2006, once stood as a beacon of hope for children impacted by HIV in Africa. It was commendable, a shining effort in a world full of difficulties. But now, it feels like we've been plunged into a war of egos, shrouded in secrecy and fraught with internal conflict. Sources close to the charity are pointing fingers, but not at Harry himself, they're pointing at Meghan. Now, let's talk specifics. Reports are surfacing that indicate relations between Prince Harry and Dr. Sophie Shandika, a respected trustee, have taken a significant nosedive. It's all tied up in the recent restructuring of the charity. According to insiders, it all went sideways shortly after Meghan began to exert her influence over Sentebale's strategic direction, despite not even holding an official title in the organization. Dr. Shandika, known for her strong advocacy for transparency, began raising concerns when she noticed that fund allocation priorities were shifting dramatically. What was once focused on long-term grassroots support transformed, instead, into a burgeoning fascination with celebrity-driven campaigns. And guess who is suspected to be behind this shift? That's right, Meghan. It's all about the glam, the image, the optics. Harry is left seemingly caught in a crossfire between these conflicting dynamics, feeling the weight of Meghan's influence pressing down on his decisions. And then there was the tipping point, a monumental moment during internal discussions about the charity's media strategy. Dr. Shandika reportedly expressed her vehement opposition to rebranding the charity's mission to better align with the Sussexes' polished narrative. Her question hung heavily in the air. Was this initiative becoming a personal PR campaign for the couple instead of sticking to its original, noble purpose? But here's where it starts to get messy. Insiders claim that her concerns didn't ignite an open dialogue, a healthy back and forth you'd hope for in a charity devoted to important causes. Oh no. Instead, they felt more like a whisper lost in the wind. Meghan's typical my way or the highway approach towards management seemed to silence dissent in the room. This pattern of behavior isn't new. It bears an uncomfortable resemblance to allegations made about Meghan's previous interactions with staff during her time as a working royal. Allegations that she and Harry's camp have consistently denied. But let's face it, the signs are glaring. Whether it's stepping back from royal obligations or creating chasms within the family, it appears that Meghan's interference often equals fractured relationships and organizational chaos. Focusing on Sentebale, the charity has been placed under the microscope, not just for governance issues but also concerning the potential integrity hiccups born from heavy celebrity involvement. In a world where public trust in philanthropies is becoming increasingly tenuous, Sentebale stands at a critical crossroads. When causes morph into brands and genuine voices are overshadowed by publicity stunts, even the most honorable missions risk losing their way. What we're witnessing is a fundamental shift. The roots of Sentebale, which promised tangible assistance and long-term change, are getting overshadowed by a new narrative. It all leads us to question the essence of this charity. Is it about helping those in need, or has it become a glossy platform for showcasing celebrity life? That's the core issue here, and one that can quickly become a public relations nightmare. And let's not ignore the whispers of former employees. Those who've spoken under the cover of anonymity, bound by non-disclosure agreements, have relayed stories that would make anyone sit up and take notice. They claim that important decisions began to be made behind closed doors, shrouded in secrecy, with Dr. Shandika often being the lone voice of dissent. It begs the question, is this truly the environment in which charitable work should thrive? When Meghan began to merge her personal interests with the charity's agenda, the focus allegedly drifted away from aiding vulnerable populations toward an unhealthy obsession with appearances. A former staffer mentioned that when Meghan jumped onto calls, the conversation veered toward maintaining an image, rather than actually making impactful decisions. Isn't that reminiscent of the old showbiz adage? It's not what you know, it's who you know. It's perfectly acceptable for high-profile individuals to want to lend their voices to a cause, but when the winds of celebrity culture begin to steer the ship, we must seriously ask ourselves, what are the true motivations here? The core mission of supporting children affected by HIV seems to be a secondary consideration now. The louder the celebrities shout their causes from the rooftops, the more distant